What's up guys? Today I'm going to put speakers in the Supra. I'm going to tackle the fronts today and probably do the rears later. And I'm going to put it in the same video. I just don't have time since it's already about 6:20 and I have work tomorrow. So I'm going to do what I can today, relax, and then when I get time I'm going to do the rears and put it in the same video. So that will be all easy. I'm going to show you guys the entire process of how to do it, because there's not many videos on it. I'm going to try to do my best to film, show you everything. I do work at a body shop, so this should be pretty easy for me, but we are all working on 2010 plus usually, because everything else gets totaled. And yeah, it's a video for another day though. But here's the speakers I got. Got 4-inch kickers for the front, kicker speakers. These are the rears. 5 1/4. Can't see that. 5 1/4 for the rears. I looked on Supra forums. This is what I found is the biggest you can put in the rears, which is 5 1/4 without having to trim and mod anything. And this is just supposed to be plug and play, bolt and play with the front. For the best speaker system, I'm not looking for quality. I just want to have music, since I've had this car for a year now. I've never been able to play my own music through it, since the cassette player doesn't read cassettes, so I can't use a Bluetooth cassette, which sucks. And the radio kind of sucks. It doesn't turn on all the time. Sometimes I'll turn the car on for the first time that day, and the radio will turn on because I hit the button the other day, and then it didn't turn on then. So the radio is all weird and funky. But enough of that. I'm going to do the passenger side first and figure out what I'm doing, and then show you how to do the driver's side next. So this out, guys. I'm on the right side, still figuring out how to do it, so I can better show you on the other side. And look at the speaker. Look at this. The freaking cone. Sorry, it's bad light. The cone is shredded. Look at that. It's so old that it just shredded the cone. Also, this is what you gotta look forward to in a couple minutes. There's the trim panel. I found that pretty cool, that the cone just shredded since it's so old. I think that's dope. I mean, outside the car, there's supposed to be something right here. It looks a little something like that. But this one, it don't have it in no more. So, old versus new. It looks clapped out, and obviously it is. I'm gonna flip this one. Let me set you it down. So backside, little plugs look to be the exact same, so they should be plug and play, which is cool. The new one actually has a smaller diameter magnet. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I'm gonna put this one in, put it back together, and I'll show you on the left side. I did the other side, and now we're gonna get started on this side. So it's gonna be a little challenging holding phone and everything, because there's 2 little caps right here inside. Pop them off. Make sure they do not go flying. On the other side, they both zoom in. Just pop them off a little flathead. See, they like to fall and go everywhere. Next, pop this bezel off around your lock, and then should be easy like that. The next challenging bit is, let me get light. There's a screw down there in the pocket. I'm gonna pull that out, and then I'll show you how to get this little pocket out. This is more challenging than you might think, and I haven't seen anyone else really show you how to do it, so I'll be right back. Guys, to get this out, you're gonna have to, I already have it out since there's no good way to film it. So you're gonna have to pull up your release handle, wiggle the cup out with your other hand. So wiggle it out. And then this has to be pulled up most of the time. You have to like play with it, get out. It'll pop out like this. And what's the challenging part is you have to get this flap to fall down. On this side, which I already took the trim panel off before, since I had to change this check strap because that broke. It's pretty weird. This flap I had to unhinge it since there's a little groove right there. It goes right there. Come on, focus. It grooves in right there. So you have to set it back. You just have to push it really hard back through there, and it'll set like it's supposed to. But this cup right here is honestly the most challenging part of it. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this speaker cover off. Let me grab a little pry tool. I'm just gonna do this without holding the camera since it's hard. Pop the speaker off. Take these two screws out. There should be 5 screws on the bottom. One there, one right there, one right there, and one up there. So maybe just 4. And then I'll show you what's next after that. So once you get all the screws undone, those 2 up here, there's 5 along the bottom. I didn't show you one. There's one way up there. And then pull this little light, unplug it. And then there's 2 screws right here underneath that speaker guard. And then there's 2 plugs. One right there, one right there. They're a pain to get out. Take your time, be careful so that we don't mar up around them. Because this car is old and delicate. It's gonna fall down, and then just gonna find the plug. Carefully unplug it. Don't drop anything. Set that down, and then all you're gonna have to do just pry what fell down. Oh, that fell down. What you're gonna do is just pop the pins off. There's 1, 2, 3 over here, 1 over here. And once you get the door floppy, like this, I'm gonna set it down. I'm terrible, I couldn't show you guys. Once you have it floppy like it had, you just gotta wiggle the trim panel back and forth and get the inner belt molding off this lip. So you're just gonna take it with both hands, wiggle it back and forth some. It'll come up, it'll pop right off, and then they'll give you access to your speaker that has 4 Phillips around it. I'm gonna pull those out, pull the speaker out, and I'll show you guys that. Pull the speaker off, keep this, because we're gonna put it back in the same one, because it still works. So once the screws are out, just grab the speaker, take it out, unplug it, and then there's the speaker. And then you just do everything in reverse, and there's nothing really much else to it. So I'm just gonna put everything back together. You guys some time because I screwed up and I don't want you to make the same mistake. Note what, like which side's the taller of that plastic cone that comes off the old speakers and we reused. So I had to spend about a minute. We were rewatching my videos how to do it. All you do is you set this part on first, and then you come over here, you look and make sure the trim panel pins are lined up. You come over here, make sure those holes are lined up, which is not. Kind of got wiggle it side to side, up and down, wherever your holes line up, and then you're good, and just put everything back on the same way they came off. That's it for me right now. I'm gonna go inside to get warm. This is currently 32 degrees, I think, right now in the garage. So I'm gonna come back at this another night and do the rear speakers. It'll all be in the same video. It'll make sense. You'll see it in the next clip. See you guys. All right, what's up, guys? I'm back at it to do the rear speakers tonight. It's a couple days later. It's a little bit warmer. I have enough time. I should be able to knock out these rears pretty quick. I hope. I don't think they're gonna be too hard. It's just a couple nuts and bolts. Put these guys in the rear. The 5 1/4 kicker speakers. I'm gonna go right back here. And just, sorry guys, the light's not gonna be that much light back here. All I got is I love my little Milwaukee pen light. Only thing is it's not rechargeable. It kind of sucks. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is pull your carpet back, throw it way up there in the front seats, and then you're gonna have to take out that 10 mil, that 10 mil, or you know what? They're 12s, I think. Most new cars don't use those. Yep, they're 12. Let me get swapped over. Alright, give me one sec. Technical difficulties. Those 12s are out, not 10s. They're 12s. Don't look like dumbass like me. What we're going to do, I'm going to take out this little black brace These ones are 10s. I tried it out. There's just 5 of them. One right there, there, 6, nope, 5. But just a recommendation here, guys. When you're back here, if you haven't already done it, pull your spare tire plugs. There's one right there, one right there. They look like this, and it will stop it from rusting. I had a little bit of rust. I took a wire brush, went crazy, and then I used a can of bed liner. Etch it first and bed line it, and then you should be okay. You shouldn't have to worry about rust. So that's what I did. Looks pretty factory. I didn't do any hard lines or anything, so that's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna pull this brace out, and then I'll get right back with you. So I had my camera filming the wrong way. I already kind of did the next step. I'm gonna show you what I have to do. Is this panel right here? There's screw covers. Pop these covers off. Take out the screws. This will pop off right like that. And then there's screw covers here, up there, same on the other side. But now what we're gonna want to do is take out these black cup holders. They should just be 2 Phillips. They pop right out. I'm just gonna set them right down there for now. Pop those out. You never know what you're going to find back here. Bandsaw blade. So then what we're going to do next is we're going to pop these screws off, right? And then we're going to do something we should have done, which is pop your shock cover mounts off. So it's just a screw right there. You kind of pry and get up there. So I'm going to go get the screw out and I'll pry that off and I'll show you how to pry it off. So give me 1 sec. Alright, so I unbolted this speaker already. There's a 10 mil right there. Another one right down there. And one back up there. And that plug you gotta undo. I just gotta spread the cheeks of that and pull this off. It makes sense once you're looking at. So let's take this over to the bench. Put you down right there. And then we're just going to take these out, pull the speaker out, and then plug the other ones in. Learned something very important, and it's good for you guys. If you want to fit these perfectly where these ones came out, so these sit in there really nice. Let me get it out. Those stock speakers, which I think are 4-inch, pretty sure, sit in there perfectly. This does not. If you can see, it sits on top of it. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to make this fit in here, and I hope it sounds good. I'm going to put that back together, and I hope it will fit back here and not have any issues with clearancing anything. I don't think it will. I think we'll be okay, but if you guys want it to fit perfectly, probably just buy a 4-inch. That's what they look like to me. So you don't have any issues like I'm having, but hopefully they fit. And then in the next video, I'm going to install a head unit, and then we can test these out. Because right now my radio is bricked. So next video, I'm going to put the head unit in, and we'll try them out. Just going to do a little bit of cleaning, do the other side, and then put it back together. And yeah. Okay, so I put it in. It's obviously staying up there. It came with some long screws, so I used those, snugged it all up. It honestly looks like it will fit. It looks like it will be okay. But it does make me nervous, and it makes me want to test it. We'll test it, like I said, until I get my head unit in, which will be next video. So I'm super excited for that. I can't wait to do that. So stay tuned, and yeah, maybe subscribe if you want to. Another update and tip. Panel in. Make sure this part right here goes over the other part. So you're going to have to tuck it in. That makes sense. Like, see how it's tucked in underneath this rear seat part? And back here, looks like she might touch just the edge over there, but I think we're all right. We're good. I really hope so. She's all back together. My back hurts. I'm tired. I got it done. I didn't film anything because it was literally just me dropping nuts and bolts left and right. It was a pain. It sucked. I'm over it. But they're done. They're in. I'm excited to try them out. I can't wait. And that's going to be the next video when I put in the head. See, it's all back together. trying to keep the mice out. It's still winter here. The next video is going to be putting the head unit up in there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If this helped you, please leave a like and consider subscribing or do whatever you like. And thanks so much. Have a good one.